2-minute warning.
Good evening, Bleed Big Blue Nation. Jimmy D, your trifecta co-host of the Bleed Big Blue podcast show, coming to you on a Monday night, and gotta tell you, a little excited from what I've been reading today, coming out of Boston. Why Boston? Because there's a lot of reports coming out of New York. Mark Ross sit down with Mara for the GM job. Gettleman's name is still hot. Other names being thrown out there. Louis Riddick, this one, that one. Well, my guy is sitting up in New England, and you can't talk to him probably for a couple of weeks. And let me tell you something. The more I read about him, the more I listen to him, the more I research with him, the juice may be worth the squeeze. It may be worth pumping the brakes and waiting before you can sit down and have a conversation with Nick Caserio, the president of player personnel for the New England Patriots. And the rumor coming out, put out there by Ben Volen of the Boston Globe, is that Caserio would come hand in hand with McDaniels. Now, a lot of Giant fans are going to flip out. They don't want to go the route of the New England Patriots. Let me tell you something. You're on crack. Let that sink in. Now put the pipe down and listen. Caserio is 41 years old. Okay. McDaniels, sometimes when a guy gets a second shot, it goes a lot better than the first one. For example, see Bill Belichick, a lot of you youngins, wasn't always the coach of the New England Patriots. He coached the Cleveland Browns, and that didn't go too well in his first try. What if nobody ever gave him a second chance? Now, am I saying McDaniels is going to be Belichick? No. But when you team Caserio, a guy that is fluid, makes moves on the fly, is aggressive via the draft, trading, acquiring players, whatever it takes to build a solid roster to put the fifth trophy in the case. He's 41 years old. He would come hand in hand with a young coach like McDaniels, and the hope is that for the next decade, the two of these guys, maybe with a Darnold or a Rosen or an Allen or a Baker Mayfield, can turn the fortunes of the New York Giants moving forward. Again, Eli, we love you. Not about the last decade. It's about the next one. Good game against Philly. Now lose the next two so we can lock up this number 2 pick and get on the bigger and better things. Bleed Big Blue. Always.